We've never been in your shoes, but we're playing the game of life. We'll chase away all your blues with fun and a ghost of your strife. Never have I ever, never have I ever, starts now.
Welcome to the latest Tom's Breaking Stuff, the latest episode of Never Have I Ever Show, the advice podcast that you need as we progress and transgress through the primordial soup that is adolescence.
Wow, there's a lot in there. Holy shit. Transgress, primordial soup. You're blowing my mind.
That's right. For those of you new to the show, I'm Tim.
And I'm Tom.
We're coming to you live from the Octagon every Tuesday morning.
And I'm Tom.
And we have taken your questions, your submissions, your problems.
But I'm Tom.
And we're going to help you in a life coaching, counseling way to make your life a little easier through comedy, joke, and rhyme. Tom, are you feeling good tonight?
Can I get business cards yet? Let's say Tom Graber, life coach.
Based on my favorite show, Peep Show, that's not that hard to get done. Because life coaching isn't anything that you actually need a certificate for.
Fuck, I can just go on to Vistaprints right now and do it myself.
You know where else you could go?
Where?
You could send your problems, questions, or submissions to neverhaveievershow@gmail.com. You can check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/NHIE show. Check us out on Tumblr at neverhaveievershow.tumblr.com. Jump in the Ask box. We will take your questions there. And of course, we're on Facebook and YouTube. I've taken some questions from Reddit, Yahoo Answers, and anybody else who's willing to ask. And we're going to try to make their lives a little easier. What do you think, Tom?
I think let's do it.
All right.
I think we're doing God's work, son. We're doing God's work.
For a God that nobody loves.
We're part of the God Squad.
All right. Question number 1, Tom. We've been together for 2 short years. Everything's going great both in and out of the bedroom.
Ayo.
He never actually says I love you, but all the signs are there. He may use the word love in a statement when we're holding a conversation as if he wants to say it, but he never actually does. I want to tell him, but what if he's not really ready to say it back? Do men still feel like they shouldn't be the ones to say I love you first?
Wait, there was one thing she said where she's like, it's like he wants to say love, but he can't. I'm wondering, like, the context, like, oh man, I loved baked potatoes. But what about you?
Did you make the baked potatoes? No, I love this Cracker Barrel. But what about us?
Are you grits? No.
Cracker Barrel, did you want grits with that?
Too
late.
bad. Too late.
But yeah, do you think that's like a weird statement for the guy to say I love you first? Is that like what they should do?
I'm more conscious of not saying it first.
That's exactly how I am.
Because there are times where, like, I want to say it, but I'm like, oh no, it's way too, or it's just like, this isn't the right, no, just keep it cool, man, keep it cool. You're just like caught up in the moment, you know?
Do you ever find yourself like sitting there, like, while you're hanging out with the girl, just being like, man, like she could be rattling on about her day and her friends and her family, and you're just like, I really like this girl. I want to use the other L word. I don't know. This is weird. And you start like having a subconscious like inside conversation.
Saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like I have to subconsciously remind myself, like, don't do it. Don't do it. Not yet.
How early is too early?
Well, definitely not 2 years. By 2 years, he should have said it, I think.
Especially if they're having sex. She said in and out of the bedroom. Like, but here's the thing. 2 years and sex, love probably should have factored in.
Right.
I'm not saying like you need to say love by the first time you have sex.
I was going to say, it's not like love equals sex or sex equals love.
No, because then I'd have a lot of love
in
my life.
Definitely. Because love is, sex is what I got. Oh, what I got.
So do you think that's like a weird thing? Who should say it first, the guy or the girl?
I don't think it matters who says it first. I think what matters is that both parties just feel that way. I think that after 2 years, he should have said it, but maybe dive into the psychosis of who he is, what kind of person he is. maybe he grew up in a home that love wasn't really expressed or wasn't verbalized a lot, and therefore he doesn't really verbalize it as much either. That he doesn't know how to do it. So maybe that's why he's not saying I love you. Maybe if you say it first, you'll break down that barrier and he'll say it now.
Yeah, you see, that's tough. Have you ever been the first one to say I love you?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Has it been reciprocated, or has it been like I love you, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna go home?
I don't remember. I think I just remember saying it. And it was like a heat of the moment, like we're having sex, and I just like said it. It was like less than a month into the relationship, so I was just like, "Hey, this is not." Or I mean, I meant it at the time, but that's again why I'm like conscious of it now.
But I don't mean it now.
Well, that's why I'm more.
You only love things when your dick's inside of them.
That's why I'm more conscious of it now, because I'm like, man, I said that so early in the relationship, but it's a good thing that
This isn't a relationship anymore.
Yeah, or it's a good thing that lasted. That didn't like end it too early.
Does it make a difference that both people in this are 23? I didn't preface that because it wasn't really in the question, but it was in like the heading of the question.
I don't think it should change it.
Okay.
Like, I think you should have said it by now.
Yeah, definitely at the 2 years of banging mark.
Yeah, I mean, at 23, you can, like, at 16 and 18 and 23 and 50, you can feel love. It's just, it has a different meaning to it when you're all different ages throughout your life. Like, when you say it when you're 16 and 18, it's like, I love you, means I love having sex with you. When you're in your 20s, I love you becomes a little bit more serious. It becomes like, I'm starting to think about settling down a bit maybe, and I think you might be the one, but I'm also still a little unsure. But, this is definitely a little bit more than just a sex I love you. And then by like 50, it's like, truly I love you.
I love the concept that like at 50, you're just like, you know what? I know what love is.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
So yeah, I think that's a pretty simple, like, yeah, they probably should have said it by now.
Yeah.
But you probably should have a conversation about that.
I don't think, I think she should just say it. Like,
Just have her break the ice and
just
say
break
it?
the ice and say it. There's nothing wrong with the girl saying it.
Right.
It's 2015.
Equality.
Yeah.
You ready to go deeper into the next question?
Deeper as into the vagina?
Kind of. My girlfriend and I have been long distance for a few years.
Well, stop.
Initially, it was easy.
No, it wasn't. What the fuck are you talking about?
Skype sex was new and different, and we were still finding out new...
Finger down.
Yeah, kind of. And we're still finding out new things
What do
about...
you mean kind? Hold up.
I haven't had Skype sex, but like I've seen titties on Skype
Okay.
and other parts, but nothing like, okay, we're gonna have a really intimate 10 minutes on Skype.
Gotcha.
Just like, oh, we're Skyping, here's my tits.
Well,
Not me giving them out, but
oh, okay. Gotcha. Well,
because I mean that's not really sex.
I'm still putting a finger down.
I mean, I'll put half a finger down. At least I'm being honest.
I guess, but I mean, if we were playing with a group of people, never have I ever.
Would you count that as a sex?
I wouldn't. I would count it just to get you out. Like if that was the last finger, I'd be like, yeah, fuck you. You're done. But if like it wasn't that, I'd be like, nah, put it.
So you
can leave it up, you little bitch.
So you naturally get my hesitation as like why I'm like in the air on that. I'm like,
Right,
anyways.
right. Either way, I'm losing.
I
just want to make that clear.
Recently, though, it's getting tougher. The traditional Skype sex isn't so appealing to either of us anymore.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Occasionally, we do dom sub stuff on either side, but neither of us wants to do that for the long term.
Okay, I'm not putting a finger down for that one.
We're
just putting that out there.
We're looking for more options that are a bit more involved. Dom and subbing has the interactivity of one person being in charge. It requires the two of us to be there and invested in what we're doing. but traditional Skype sex is more like masturbating to videos of each other, which feels too similar to just watching porn. Any ideas on how we can take our Skype relationship to the next level?
I like the concept that he has for the dom sub thing. Like I like the logic behind it.
I can't imagine what self-pegging looks like.
I mean, I'm not. Yes, you can. You've probably seen a porn video of it.
Not on purpose. Finger
But-
down. That's not a question. You can't hold me to it.
I mean, I like his logic because having been there before, yeah, it does feel a little bit like masturbate. You're just like, I'm seeing my girlfriend, I'm seeing her tits, and this is awesome. This is kind of hot. This is new. But at the end of the day, it's still my hand on my dick, my hand doing all the work. So,
But you can do that thing where you sit on your left hand for a little bit and then you try to jerk off with that and then you don't come because it feels so awkward.
I've tried that.
Like I said, you don't come because it feels so awkward.
No, I already gained feeling in my hand so quickly.
And then you're like, I'm not left-handed. This is going to take forever.
Exactly.
It's like trying to chop down a tree with one of those two-person saws. You're like, I feel like I'm doing something positive here, but it's really going to take all day, and my
No,
arm's
it's-
getting tired.
Yeah, it's called what is it called? Like the sleeper or something?
It's the stranger.
The stranger. Yeah, I remember learning it from JD and Scrubs.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, I mean, like, yeah, just, my hand always just woke up soon. Anywho,
That's why when you're doing it, you got to sit on the other hand and then switch it back over.
right. So back to the other sexual thing that I've done. Yeah, it is kind of just like
Self-pegging?
no, not that. Haven't done that. Never will. The whole masturbation thing and whatnot. Like, yeah, I get what you're coming from with that. So I like his logic with the dom sub thing. I don't think that I personally would do it, but I like your logic there. So what else can he do to spice it up besides that? Besides go all Christian Grey on her?
I know how you can spice it up.
How?
Break off your fucking long distance relationship and fuck a real vagina.
Wow, good point. Very good point. Not
I
what he asked.
didn't mean that to sound so rude, but
I
I
was
just
gonna
meant
say,
find somebody
fuck.
that you can actually have sex
You
with.
got super blunt there. This show is about helping people.
I am helping
You
them.
said-
I'm helping both of them. I'm
That's
setting
very
them
true.
free.
Sometimes you just got to be blunt
Work
to help
sets you
people.
free. Wait,
Wait.
never mind.
Work sets you free.
Never mind. Don't look up where that comes from.
Okay. I'm confused. Oh, okay. I understand. I will not look that up.
I'll be a schmuck.
Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Good.
You threw me for a loop with that one. Yeah, I guess, I mean, if you want to spice it up, have sex with a real person.
Like, the issue is, if it's not doing it for you, it's because the concept of the long distance thing is not doing it for
Yeah,
you.
it just doesn't work.
You can totally love somebody in another city, but at some point, you kind of gotta do your thing.
Yeah, you got to understand that just, buddy, it ain't going to happen. Sorry. It costs way too much to fly down to Florida every month or every 6 months or every whatever.
Oh, no.
What?
Nothing. I'm reading the next question.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on.
I know. It's gonna get bad.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let's answer this guy. So, let's say he doesn't want to break up. What can he do? How can he spice it up?
Get a dog?
Go. Oh, here's what you could do. Okay.
Oh, no.
So,
You
this-
shouldn't be motivated
No.
by that answer.
So this is the best of both worlds. All right. What he does
a
is
fleshlight?
no. I assume that they're in college, probably. Let's assume they are. You find some other college girl, and then you bring her back to your dorm, and then you start Skyping with your girlfriend. Like you had a set Skype time, so you just like to the girl that you brought home. You're just like, oh yeah, hey, I'll be right there in a sec. I just gotta check something. Checking my fantasy. Wink, wink. You start Skyping with your girlfriend, then you rotate the camera over to the bed, and then you start fucking this one girl, and then your girlfriend's like kind of pissed because you're like, cheating on her, but then she's also slightly turned on, so then she starts getting naked, and then starts rubbing herself a little bit.
So you want to have a
then-
remote three-way?
Exactly, a remote three-way. Maybe you tell her before you just bring the random girl over. and see if she's okay with it. I
At
guess that would
least
be good.
do that. That's like
That
the
would be a
bare
little
minimum.
less asshole-ish. Because then
Just
you're
a
not
little bit?
cheating, I guess.
No, if
I'm
you
just-
still
I'm-
tell them, it's still cheating. It's like if I say, Tom, I'm going to steal your car, and then I drive away with it, I still stole your car.
I'm just playing, dog. I'm just playing.
And as you're doing that with like the wiggity wiggity into the camera, she's like, I'm just playing, dog. And she's cutting up your credit cards.
Oh,
Why'd you give her your credit card?
You fucking idiot.
I only give away shirts, not credit cards.
Very true. Very true.
I think we did that story last week.
I don't
But
think we
yeah,
did, but-
it's tough to do just have a long distance Skype relationship. Especially to the point where this seems like you've had to do this a few times,
Mm-hmm.
and having to do it that many times to where it's boring. Obviously, you're doing it with the wrong person. It's like when sex gets boring between two people. At that point, you either gotta realize maybe you're not having sex with the right person.
Yeah. When masturbation's lost its fun, you're fucking lonely.
Been there, am there. All right, next question. So I was on Reddit looking at some of these questions, Tom.
Yeah.
And when I search the advice tag, sometimes I end up with some questions that aren't necessarily in the advice subreddit,
Okay.
but I don't realize the subreddit that they're in until I've already, copied the question into my phone. And now that I'm looking
Okay.
at this subreddit is
Nick Cage Rule 34.
Reddit Catholicism.
Oh, what?
I've been dating a girl for I've been dating a girl for the last 3 weeks. And it's actually the first time I've ever been in anything like a relationship. One of the side effects has been an almost constant state of arousal that can be hard to deal with.
Side effects, as if he's taking a drug. Warning, side effects of dating this girl may cause you to have a massive erection and really want to fuck really hard. Please don't engage with this girl unless you are fully aware of these side effects and are fully willing to fuck her hard.
We haven't discussed it,
Fuck her hard.
but she's
fuck her
also a
hard.
devout Christian. And I'm pretty sure we're on the same page about refraining from sexual activity.
No.
That said, it can be difficult to resist the temptation to get some release by myself. It can also be sort of embarrassing to try to conceal erections when I'm with her.
Wait, did he just say he's embarrassed to masturbate?
Yeah, he's Catholic.
All right, keep going.
And it's becoming embarrassing to try and conceal erections while I'm with her. Does this experience ring any bells with anybody? Do you have any advice?
Well,
Rub it out, boss.
the last part of his question, yes. I forgot the last part of the question. Oh,
You're saying yes randomly?
uh,
Dude's got to blow his
is
load.
it hard to hide erections?
Yeah.
Yes. When you first start getting them, yes.
No, it's
Well,
still hard to hide an erection.
I feel like you get used to it though.
Do ya?
I mean, well, you know little tricks you can do, like, oh fuck, I have a boner, just like flicking it up.
Shift it over to the side. Stick it up in your
or I'm just,
waistband.
sticking it up. Unless you're wearing gym shorts, then it's the worst.
Tom, I have an erection right now.
I can see it because you're wearing goddamn gym shorts. At least I had the common decency to wear chinos when I did the podcast because I knew I'd get hard.
You had the
doing
common
this.
decency to not take off the pants you've been wearing all day while you were at work.
True. So anyway, yeah. But I mean, when you're in 5th grade or 4th grade and you start first getting erections and you're just like, oh my God, everyone can see. But really, like, no one can see because you have a micro penis. But you know what I mean? You're like, cute girl is going to notice this.
It's weird because I've been in like long-term situations where like you get an erection based on inactivity.
That's
And-
the other weird thing.
And you get in a situation where you can't really remedy that. I worked at a scout camp
Oh,
for a very long couple years. And obviously, I lived in a cabin with one other guy. Every once in a while, like you're there for 7-8 weeks at a time, there's not a lot of time, to, take care, whitewash the fences, if you will. So you just sit there and you'll be fantasizing about something, and all of a sudden, natural stuff happens, and all of a sudden, like, hey, Tim, do you want to teach this class? And it's like, oh man, I gotta get rid of this fast. And like you're thinking about like grandma saggy titties or quiche
You know what I've
or
noticed?
grits.
Laughter tends to arouse me. Which is why when I said I had the common tendencies to wear chinos,
You got a boner?
I wasn't kidding.
Eh.
But no, like I'll be in situations. It doesn't even have to be like, sure, if I'm just like alone with a girl watching a funny movie, and I get one, I'm like, yeah, it's probably
No,
part
honey,
the girl,
honey,
but
this
also-
isn't you. This is Adam Sandler doing all the
No,
work.
no, it's like yeah, it's partly you, but it's also partly Bill Murray in Stripes.
What a specific reference.
But then it'll also happen like I'll be in a group of like there'll be like 5 dudes, a couple girls. One of the girls is this guy's girlfriend. The other girl is just like just friends, just platonic friends. We're all watching this funny movie, and I'm just like, I have a boner. Why? I've been laughing a lot. Maybe it's because of that.
What in this room
It's
is
true-
giving me a boner?
Exactly. Is
Where
it
did
the
this
mo-
boner come from? I gotta call the boner police. Someone's escaped boner prison. There's a boner on the loose. Throbbing through my gym shorts.
But yeah, I mean, so yeah, getting boners in random situations definitely hard to deal with.
I will say this: at that same scout camp, I remember I was in a class. This is before I worked there, and there was this one kid who like stood up in the middle of class, and he was wearing like swim trunks, and he was just oblivious to the fucking world, and just like not like in our class. He was just kind of like standing nearby, just like leaning up against a post. And that kid not only was leaning up against a post, he was presenting a post.
Oh,
And
no.
everybody just kind of like all kind of turned their heads and went, oh no. And like we're all looking around going, oh man, because we can't tell this kid. Because that's like one of the most embarrassing things in the world is just to be like, yo, you got a boner.
I've been in that situation too.
What?
Okay, so there was one time I had 3 friends over. 2 of the friends were dating. That was a girl and a guy. And I had a pool in my backyard, so we all decided to go swimming. But I didn't have enough swim trunks to share, and I had lost my swim trunks, or like they weren't good at all. So we all put on like pocketless sports shorts, like very thin material sport shorts, and we went in the pool. And my one friend and I, it was just like you would get out of the water and everything would cling to you, because you've been in a pool for a while. Things aren't, at full mast.
So you had like a half boner.
Yeah, but it's like, to just be in a pool. But then my one friend who had the girlfriend there, he would get out of the pool. And he's just like constantly half chub. Like it's noticeable. And we're just like he would be out of the pool looking down at us. We're looking up at him and we're just trying to look at his face, even though his crotch is like right in front of us. And then his girlfriend's tit slipped out at one point. That was cute, I guess. I mean, at the time it was. But yeah, so similar situation. What was this guy's other question about boners and stuff?
Boners.
He had
and
real
stuff.
problems.
Oh, he was like, how do I deal with all this sexual energy, man? He's a good
rub it
Catholic
out.
boy, so he can't rub it out.
No, rub it out.
Every time you masturbate, God kills a kitten.
I mean, he's probably like 14, so he's probably just getting used to like exploring his body, maybe.
So you want him to lock himself in the room, put on a Phil Collins record, and explore his body?
That's how I did it. Except it
I
was
know, I heard it last night.
no, it was some 41 actually. I just
And you were in too deep. Gross.
what's that?
I said gross.
No, what did you start
Because
saying?
you're in too deep.
And I'm trying to keep
All
Yeah.
this cum in my pants.
instead of blowing it on your face.
Why would you blow it on your own face?
Don't worry about it.
Why are you giving yourself a hot Cosby?
Don't worry about it. That's why.
I'm uncomfortable.
That's why. Good. Be uncomfortable.
So yeah, basically, be an adult.
Oh,
Give
but
up
he
on
also had
God
a
and
girlfriend.
masturbate.
But he also had a girlfriend, right? Let's touch on that.
No,
That's-
they've been dating for like 3 weeks.
right. but they're both like, oh, we should abstain, blah, 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 because the Lord says you should only have sex during marriage, which is fucking bullshit. There was a stupid hot girl who I worked with when I was a resident assistant, when I was an RA. She was gorgeous, beautiful, saving herself for marriage. And it was like, pow, 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 fireworks going off in my head, just explosions like, what? How? You? What? I don't understand.
So you're saying hot people can't abstain from sex because you want to have sex with them?
It just, yes.
That sounds a little rapey.
But it just seemed weird because like she was the type of girl who like loved to go out and party and like to get drunk. Was just a
Tom,
really
you can
cool
go out
girl.
and party and have fun and get drunk and not have sex.
No, but I mean, she just
It's okay not to bone.
like all the box. I don't know. It just seemed like every box was checked except for hers. Ayo.
No, her box was in check.
She actually got married. I think this past summer. And in my head, I was like, man, probably only did that just so she could finally bone. Or the boyfriend proposed just so he could finally get it in.
The thing comes down to, if you're both serious about it, you'll fucking figure it out. However, there's nothing unnatural, nothing unhuman, nothing subhuman about masturbation. I do it 5-6 times a day.
5 to 6, damn.
Yeah, like once on my way to work, once on my way home from work, twice when I'm in the drive-thru at Wendy's.
Have you actually ever done it in a car?
No. Have you?
No.
I don't know why you said that as if like that was a challenge. It's like, you're not one of me. Put your finger back up. Put your finger back up, kid.
No, I was,
You've
I don't
never
know, I was
shotgunned
curious if this was coming from somewhere.
No, I've never masturbated in a moving or stopped vehicle.
I've never masturbated in a moving or stopped vehicle.
Never masturbated in a vehicle. At all.
Yes.
Stationary. No, wait, on an airplane. No, I'm kidding.
Never on an airplane.
Thought about it on a train once.
Never thought about it on a train.
You're there for a while anyways.
Yeah.
I don't think people judge you.
I mean, when
I did leave the train car I was in to go take a shit in a different train car because I didn't want to be that guy.
I mean, I think when I did, it was like I was also having sex in my car. So it was just like the foreplay beforehand.
Your foreplay vigorous masturbation.
Not vigorous, just, like, touching myself. She's touching herself a little. Yeah, sparks are flying. But not too early. Sparks aren't flying too early.
I want to get that checked out if your sparks are flying right out of the gate.
And they're off.
That's not how cars work. So you think we've helped this kid?
I
think this kid needs to help
honestly
himself.
don't know. I feel like I talked about myself more than I talked about him.
That's probably what you should do. It's all about self-love.
I thought you were going to say it's all about me.
No, this show's not about you.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Oh, don't give me that baby fucking talk.
I'll give you that baby talk.
No, I hate that.
All right, question number 4. We're going
Okay.
through them today. We're
Hey,
speeding through
I like it. We're efficient. Talking about boners.
just like me and sex.
If-
Sex with me is 5 minutes, including 4.5 minutes of cuddling after,
Oh.
and then 30 seconds to call my mom. I've been talking with the mid-20s girl I found through OkCupid,
Okay.
and I can't tell if there's any mutual interest or if she's just being friendly. Because of this, I haven't asked her out yet. So far, I have been the only one to initiate any communication. Anytime I hear back from her, it's in response to something that I sent. But she's always quick to respond. And I'll always hear back from her right away, even if she's at work. I gave her my number and things quickly moved from messaging through the app to texting. But then again, the same problem occurred. It really hit me though when I finally got a chance to call her. She almost seemed annoyed that I had called and the whole conversation felt like a freaking interview. I don't think she asked me a single question the entire time. We still chatted for an hour or so, but things started to feel really awkward for me. I'm still kind of interested in her, but I'm not sure what to think about this. What should I do?
Fucking bail. Bail now. Bail hard. Get out. You're done. fucking done.
Have you ever met somebody through a dating app and realized you were talking to a fucking wall?
Gee, this sounds oddly specific. Maybe because I did that the other week. It was awful.
Finger down on my
Finger
end.
down. Oh, on your end too?
I'm 24. I've clearly been in that situation before.
All right, I don't know, man. But anyway, yeah, that has happened to me. It's fucking terrible.
See, the thing is with the dating app like that, especially if you're still in the app phase and not like in the straight up texting phase, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's
Well-
fucking dumb.
So here's how I analyze this as you're reading it. Like he's like, she doesn't message me first, but whenever I message her, it's always she's quick to respond, blah blah blah. And in my head, I'm like, well, maybe she's just really bad at texting. Because like I can be bad at texting sometimes. I've had things or like I had friends with girls, things with girls who are just bad at texting sometimes. You like I'll text them and then I will get a response to that question like 2 days later. And
Been
I'm
there.
like, what the fuck were you doing for 2 days? Why? How
Other
did you not
guys.
even? What? It'll be like we were having a conversation, and then I send something that ends in a question. It's not like the conversation just naturally died. And then 2 days later, she texts me back, responding to the question. I'm like, where did you go? What were you doing? We were having a conversation and then you just left. It's like we were at the bar. I was talking to you and then
You went to the bathroom.
I turned to the bartender to order another drink. I turned back to you and you had vanished. That's
Shoot.
what it's like.
Yeah.
So, but I would kind of give her the benefit. I was like, all right, maybe she's really bad at texting because she would message me sometimes first. But so that's why I was like, oh, maybe not really message. But then when he's like, oh, she seemed annoyed when I called, it's like, she probably was. People just don't sound annoyed, like unless they are annoyed. But then like they had the conversation for an hour, but you can still have like like an hour conversation and have it be like comfortable and shitty, 100%. I mean, like I said,
what do you
had
think?
that.
So what do you think this guy's steps from here? I think he should let it go and see if
Never
she does
con-
any kind of
Never
initiation.
contact her again.
See if she ever initiates conversation. I mean, maybe she's just an awkward person. I know I'm very upfront about being an awkward person through those apps because some people are like the type who give out way too much information.
Mhm.
Like as soon as you start talking to them, they're like, "Hi, I'm Nancy. I'm 25. I'm divorced. My life's a train wreck. My parents are drug addicts. Blah, blah, blah. My life, blah, blah, blah. I want to be this, that, and the other thing. What colors do you like?" And in my head, I'm just like, what? I just asked you what music you like.
You sounded like in Space Jam there's this little like chipmunk thing that's playing for the Looney Tunes
I'm
and
gonna go really fast, and then I take the ball, and then I run it down the floor.
yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's like talking to one of the Monstar people and he's
Yeah.
like yeah, that's what you sounded like. So anyway, yeah, this just stop seeing her. Just don't text her again. Like it sounds like you're not really driving well. Like no matter how much you talk about yourself and ask her these questions, it's going to be like talking to a fucking wall, and that sucks. Because you'll throw out all this information. You'll throw anything at the wall. Imagine this. Imagine
Oh, I'm imagining.
her as a dartboard. Her face is a dartboard. You're throwing out words at this dartboard, hoping that something sticks, hoping that you hit a bullseye that will help you win the game. But anything you're throwing is not landing. It's hitting the board and then it's just falling to the ground. It's not sticking. That's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. Stop it. Get out. Just end it. Just don't talk to her anymore. Like I said, like Tim alluded to, we were both in this situation a while ago. It's not just nothing good will come of it. So, bye. Okay, thanks, bye.
So yeah, you think you should just kind of let this one go and see if anything comes back
Oh
to him?
yeah, let her go.
All right.
There are plenty of other fish in the sea.
There's
Like
plenty,
on that app. Plenty of fish in the sea.
I can never get that app to work.
I tried using it and it was so janky. Like it was just so not user intuitive, and like everybody on it was a porn bot. Morty, everybody on it was a porn bot.
All right, Tom's been drinking. All right, ready for our last question before we head into the lightning round?
Yes.
Me and girl 1 had an unofficial relationship for a while.
What's a funny name for girl 1?
Melissa.
I was gonna say Gabby 2.
For girl 1?
Yes.
All right. Me and Gabby 2 had an unofficial relationship for a while.
Just because I like the number fucking with it.
Me and Gabby 1 have been best friends for a while now.
No, now I'm all sorts of confused. Fuck.
Rumors are... You asked for this. Rumors that me and Gabby 1 were fucking on a daily always worried Gabby 2. Well, yesterday I was longboarding with Gabby 1.
What?
And we were
You
headed...
need to put on like a more mellow voice. The other day I was longboarding with Gabby 1. I totally saw this turtle, this puka seashell necklace. And I just was like, bro, I gotta have this. I'm living in a pre-9/11 world.
Well, yesterday I was longboarding with Gabby 1, and we were headed to her friend's house, and I said, before we get to your friend's house, or before I talk myself out of this, then proceeded to cheat on Gabby 2 with Gabby 1.
Wait. He opened with, before we go there, that's how he makes sounds.
I told Gabby 2 out of guilt, and she cried and hasn't talked to me since. I don't know
Makes sense.
I don't know who I want to be with or what I should do. Should I continue to bang my best friend, Gabby 2, or should I try to get back with Gabby 1, who I was in a semi-relationship with before?
I think you flip-flop that.
No, I didn't.
Wait.
He was in an unofficial relationship with Gabby 2,
Right.
and his best friend was Gabby 1. He just
Oh.
banged Gabby 1, best friend Gabby.
Oh, okay.
An unofficial girlfriend, Gabby 2, was upset and ran off.
Right.
So now he doesn't know if he should keep banging best friend Gabby 1 or try to get back Gabby 2. You asked for this. We could have kept them as girl 1 and girl 2, and now they're backwards because of the number you asked to attribute to each of them. You asked for this.
All right, now listen. This is what you need to do. I say if you like this girl and she's your best friend, then I think that you should keep on banging her. Don't try to go back to semi-relationship, Gabby.
I say if you're banging your best friend, cut that shit out, because that never ends well.
See,
No, that never ends well.
but
No, absolutely not.
Scrubs,
No, Scrubs isn't fucking real.
but
No. Have you ever banged a best friend and had it work?
Sarah Chalk,
She's not your friend.
beautiful, crush. Just saying words. You wouldn't let me finish. I expect you to just keep cutting me off.
I'm doing it in my head. No, don't bang your best friend. That's terrible fucking advice.
Well, here's what I was going to allude to.
Perfect relationships don't happen that way.
No, but one of my favorite episodes of Scrubs was when I see you shaking your head. You can fuck right off.
Scrubs sucks.
Scrubs was great.
It's like Family Guy. It should have been canceled when it was canceled the first time.
Okay, agreed. 9th season just doesn't exist, but still a solid series.
There's like 4 seasons that shouldn't exist.
Shut up. Anyway, there's an episode where Elliot is treating some patient who the patient is super beautiful girl and her husband looks like a troll. And Elliot's like, "How? What?" And the patient's like, I didn't see it either, but at the end of the day, it's the person you want next to you is the one you don't even have to ask to be there. And so then at the end of the episode, JD does something nice for Elliot without her even having to ask him to do it. And then they hook up, and then her actual boyfriend comes back into the picture, blah, blah, blah. Either way, that's kind of what I was thinking of when I was like, bang your best friend. Like, your best friend's always going to be there for you.
Not always.
Now, to your point, Banging your best friend, has it ever worked out for me? No, it hasn't.
It's in fact
Done
made
it
things
before.
really bad.
If I put all my fingers down, I think
Yeah,
I
you're at
might
the
have.
point where you have no more fingers. You just have a fist, and now you need to sit on your fist.
Right, no, but I mean like
No, like in your butt.
where we started out at
Come
3.
here. I'm
Do
gonna
we
put my fist
oh.
in your butt.
Okay. Shit. That's all right. How? All right.
I'm just gonna spit on
Is-
it a couple times.
All right. Sure. That might work. Oh man. Yeah, you're getting like a kind of a bigger loogie in there than I expected.
The snot's a good lubricant.
Yeah. You know. Very,
What do you think
yes.
the cavemen used before they had cave lube?
You know, good question. Dinosaur blood?
Humans and dinosaurs never existed together. Trust me, I asked that question in kindergarten.
Tell
it still
that
haunts
to
me to
Ben
this
Carson.
day.
The crazy thing is, like, you're still fisting me while we're having this conversation.
And to the point you're not even stressed out this happens so often.
No, yeah, that's the thing.
If anything, I'm just checking your prostate.
If anything, I'm more worried about a prolapsed anus.
Rosebud.
Anyway.
Yeah, don't bang your best friend. Go try to get back Gabby 1. 2. 1.
No, don't try to go back for Gabby 2.
Find Gabby 3.
Yeah, exactly. Find Gabby 3.
Find your Gabby
Find someone
3.
you haven't fucked up in life.
And fucked up their life.
Have you ever had that feeling though, where you're just like, I've fucked this up so hard, and I've
On the
fucked this
daily.
other thing up so hard.
On the daily.
I need to find something that I haven't fucked up yet.
That's why I'm on Tinder.
Ayo.
Who wants to be disappointed?
All right. So did we help that guy? Yeah, we
I
did.
hope so.
guess.
Don't
I
bang
know.
your best friend, kids.
I say bang your best friend.
Don't do it.
I say
Alright.
do it.
For those of you who are new to Never Have I Ever show, I'd say, what the fuck took you this long? But then on the other hand, I
asshole.
say, specific.
Looking at you. Looking at you, kid. Looking at you.
All right, for those of you who are new to the show, when we finish up the questions, we like to go to our lightning round.
Lightning round, lightning round, lightning round, lightning round.
Tom is blissfully unaware of the world around him.
I do know about Ben Carson and pyramids.
Because we talked about this last night.
I know. I'm just saying.
None of these
I get
questions
some
are about Ben
things.
Carson.
Damn it.
So I've pulled 5 headlines from around the world in the past week. And now I am a news aficionado, so I know a lot of things as they appear, and I know what's relevant. I know why Starbucks is on the shit list, even though they shouldn't be. Looking at you, white girls. So I pulled 5 headlines from around the news world this week. Tom is going to have to guess out of the 5 which one is not real. Tom, are you ready?
Always. I'm always ready.
Tom has never won.
it on.
Tom has never won this game.
Yet.
Do you feel lucky tonight, punk?
No. But, just saying.
Number 1. New Jersey man caught with shotgun in car while masturbating.
Huh. I wonder if he can only get hard when there's a shotgun around.
Yeah,
Like, I can
he
only
got
get-
shotgun divorced.
Like, laughter turns me on, bullets turn him on.
Okay. Number 2. Ohio man arrested for urinating
Maybe
in
he
mailboxes.
wants a murder boner. Maybe he just killed a guy and has a murder boner.
Number 2. Ohio man arrested for urinating in mailboxes.
He just goes around sticking his dick in a mailboxes. And then he puts the flag up. He's like, you got mail. Here's some piss.
That's one way to fuck over the postal service.
Oh, my God.
Number 3. German woman spontaneously combusts.
You know what I
on
want? Hold
park
on. You know what I
bench.
want? Is the same headline, but a horse doing it. That way it can be like the Pony Express fighting the USPS.
Number 3.
Damn it.
German woman spontaneously combusts on park bench.
That sounds like an unsolved mystery. Tonight, an unsolved mystery. Nobody gives a fuck.
Number 4. Vigilante goat escapes and attacks cop car.
Why is the goat a vigilante? Is he wearing a Batman mask?
I don't write the headlines.
Yes, you do. You write at least one.
Number 5. Student steals bus to get to final exam on time.
Cool. That's badass.
So I'm going to read through the 5 headlines one more time. John Q. Public. And I'm going to see if Tom can detect which one I made up today while pooping. You ready for one more run through, Tom?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna analyze your face. I'm gonna watch your body language to see how you lied. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you in the
I'm just
lie.
going to laugh the whole time so I give you an erection, and then you start thinking about the erection. You don't know which one's
Damn
wrong.
it!
All right.
I've shared my weakness.
Number 1. New Jersey man caught masturbating in car with shotguns. I can't with you staring at me. Ohio man arrested for urinating in mailboxes. German woman spontaneously combusts on park bench. Vigilante goat escapes and attacks a cop car. Or student steals bus to get to final exam on time.
Woman combusts. That shit ain't real. It's never been proven. It's a myth.
Gotta remember, I'm pulling headlines. So just because they wrote it doesn't mean it might be a 100% true.
Feel like this is a trick, though. I feel like now you're tricking me. My second answer would be pissing in mailboxes. Pissing in mailboxes, locking it in.
What's your final answer, Tom?
Pissing in mailboxes.
Tom, you've never won this game, no matter how hard I try. Tom, a student did steal a school bus to get to his final exam on time. A vigilante goat did escape and attack a cop car. A German woman did spontaneously combust on a park bench. And an Ohio man was not arrested for urinating in mailboxes. Tom, you got one right for the first time ever.
Yes!
Although that's
Fuck
a pretty
yeah.
capable headline.
Fuck yeah, it was pretty capable. I loved it.
I was going to write
laughed a lot about it.
defecating, but I've used defecating so many times that I'm like, what other bodily fluid? And I wasn't going to be like coming in mailboxes because that's just too much effort. At that point, just let the guy have whatever makes him happy. See, kids, if you find somebody jerking off into a mailbox, let them be. They've obviously done something really wrong to get to wherever they are. And of course, yes, a New Jersey man was caught masturbating with shotguns in his car.
Gotcha.
So, Tom, you got one right, finally.
Fuck yeah.
See, kids, miracles do happen. If
Do you
Tom-
believe in miracles? Yes.
Speaking of overrated movies. Oh, I said it. I could give a shit less about that hockey game.
I mean, I thought it was cool. I liked the movie. I liked the idea of the game.
I'm not as obsessed with it as some people are. I find
No.
the whole story kind of redundant and stupid because they didn't do it.
I find that I like the movie more than I like actual historical accounts of it. Like when you're starting to like get into interviews of people, I'm just like, yeah, fucking whatever. I know how it ended. Jim Craig, you're cool. Mike Yeruzin, you're cool.
You were going to say Jim Crow, you're cool.
No, Jim Crow ain't never cool. But then like they start interviewing other people. I'm like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. How long's this movie? 2.5 hours? God damn it.
And I don't like movies like that where you obviously know the answer. It's like I remember watching the Dale Earnhardt movie and I'm just like, yeah, I know he's going to fucking die in the end. I remember watching The Race. I remember being like 10. I didn't give a fuck then.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Tim Tick is out. What?
All right, that wraps up our latest episode. Tom, do you feel good like you helped some people today?
I feel like I talked a lot about myself and boners. So hopefully they can get some solace, some reprieve, and some advice, some helpful hints from me, from my experiences. So yes, in a way, I do feel like I helped someone.
So now that you, the listener, are full of your weekly dose of boner soup, we'll remind you that if you have any questions, problems, things that you need solutions to, you can always email us at neverhaveievershow@gmail.com. Send us an ask or a question to our neverhaveievershow.tumblr.com. Check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/NHIE show. We are on Facebook. You're probably listening to this on YouTube. That's great. We're all around because we are social media whores.
Yay, Hars.
Anyways, until next time, I'm Tim.
And I'm Tom.
Kids, keep those fingers in the air.
And I'm Tom.